Welcome to Keep Going, a podcast about failure and success, hosted by John Biggs. Every week, we talk to an amazing person about a time they failed and what they learned. And remember, when you're going through hell, keep going.
Welcome back to Keep Going, a podcast about success and failure. I'm John Biggs. Today on the show we have Shay Levi. He's the CEO of Unframe. It's a new AI company. First, Shay, I want you to tell us, welcome, and tell us what Unframe is up to.
So Unframe is all about helping enterprises adopt AI in a meaningful way. Actually make an impact with AI, not just adopt AI for the sake of just saying they adopt AI, but actually target real business problems and solve them in the quickest way possible on top of our platform, meaning with really quick time to value, very outcome oriented. I can go deeper into that if we want to do that.
Well, I mean, I think the biggest question with AI when it comes to business is that, how is a service provider, how is somebody offering a tool better than just having like a ChatGPT window open, right? So, yeah. What does it mean? What does it mean to offer that sort of thing in this environment?
Great question. So look, ChatGPT is the gold standard for the generic AI. If you have a generic AI task, you should probably address it with ChatGPT. So if you draft your emails or, I don't know, modify a piece of content, you're probably going to do it with ChatGPT. But when you're talking about enterprises flow and enterprise processes that involve 5 or 6 different systems, and they need a tailored solution for a business problem, not, drafting emails. It is sort of a business problem, but it's very like a point thing. When you're talking about large business processes, in the financials world, it can be underwriting. In the real estate world, it can be leases or lease management or things that are including 5 or 6 different systems, variety of data sources, very type of data. And you don't want to drag and drop into ChatGPT every time you want to do something. You just want to hook up your systems and have AI drive the work for you. And that's the key difference, in my opinion. How do you take this amazing technology that we all feel in our personal life, right? I'm sure you do as well. You open ChatGPT, use it for half the things you do. But then when you go to your enterprise work and you do some annoying manual process, and everybody does that, you're thinking, God, oh God, why can't AI do this already? Why am I spending half my day now doing this, sorry for the word, bullshit, that AI can probably do? Can someone please take care of it? And bam, an AI use case pops up somewhere in the laundry list within the enterprise of we could probably automate this. Some of it would be targeted, some of it won't. And Unframe helps getting those out the door as fast as possible. Just make you AI native.
So the idea is that I say that I have this problem with invoicing or something like that, and I need the solution to work. You guys build that solution, or your solution can take my request and generate something.
Right.
And
so
I think that's two different things, right? You guys build a process, or the process gets built itself.
Correct. So first of all, you never come with a huge title like invoicing. We always go deeper into the problem. It's like people say search. Well, no one is searching for the sake of searching. There's a business process that you're trying to automate. Maybe it's the invoicing and the collection and everything that goes with it, right? So the enterprise comes up with a use case. We ask some smart questions about it. We go away for about 5 days. When we come back, the enterprise gets a full production-ready solution running on our platform that's ready for them to try. Ready to integrate into their own systems. The same integrations as they expect from a full-blown solution. They integrate, they try it. Only if they like the outcome and they say, yes, we get the business value, only then we move to licensing and we charge per solution per year. There's no pre-commitment. There's no scoping of a project. It's almost a magic where you could just wish something into existence. It's not purely AI built. We're not there yet. You can't just put it into ChatGPT and say, build me this app. I welcome you to try any of the app generators. That's not even close. But Unframe built a lot of I almost like to call them Lego bricks, core technological components that you will require to assemble that use case. We already have them ready. We then go away for 5 days, assemble those, and give you a turnkey solution that's just ready for you to use. Nothing you need to bring your IT team to code or anything like that. Just go ahead, give it to the business users, see if it makes an impact. If it does, we want to get some of the value. That's about it.
So you mentioned before that you had a previous company. What were you doing there?
So my previous company was No Name Security. I co-founded it together with Oz. I was the co-founder CTO. And we were doing API security in the cybersecurity space. Very different because as I described to you Unframe now, it's very varied, right? Anyone can come with a use case. We can tackle things from insurance to pharma to real estate, manufacturing, financials. In No Name, it was all about API security, purely for cybersecurity. Again, a variety of company, but always the same business purpose, which is different in Unframe. And so, we were a massive success. I would say we grew in 4 years from about 0 to 250 people, and we were acquired by Akamai for $500 million around that time frame, like 4 years later. Was a great run, was very different than Unframe, a lot more certainty. Cybersecurity is somewhat more settled, definitely than AI. We wake up every morning and it feels like the ground is moving. And also like there was a mantra. It was like coming in saying, okay, we're doing API security. It's important. You guys should get it. Moving along with customers, selling them the solution, so on and so forth.
And what happened during the sale? With the why were you ready to sell?
You mean selling No Name to
Akamai? Yeah.
Yeah. Look, there was a few reasons. One, there was great great alignment between No Name and Akamai. No Name got to a point where the API security market started to look like it's gonna be not quite, but a bit limited for how far No Name can take it. But in a company like Akamai, where there's existing Rolodex of companies and customers, they could take it much further. And we were like, okay, we're at that point in time. We are growing quite well as a company, but if we want to keep going, we will need to expand to more avenues and areas of cybersecurity. But I think the unified approach seemed like a better way. Seemed like this could grow API security into this big successful thing within an existing enterprise. The offer was quite good, and so we went for it. Yeah. To be honest, it's a word to say, I left No Name a few weeks before the discussions actually started. So I was already out and thinking and starting Unframe at that point in time. And then No Name was acquired. But obviously, I had a bit of details. I was still involved.
Why build something immediately after what we assume is like a successful exit, right? That's a fairly big deal.
Yeah.
And why leave early like that? It sounds like you were kind of sneaking out the door while they were signing the papers.
So I'll touch both. Why start something new? People would say I'm crazy. I guess I was, but it really burned in me. Like I really wanted to do something in AI. There was this LLM moment, end of 2022. I very much felt there needs to be a company in the world that doesn't just try to take value, but to give value with AI. And it felt like everybody's trying to increase their ticket size and sell consultancies. And I was like, man, someone needs to help enterprises. They're going to need to adopt AI in 5,000 different areas. Like, how are they going to do that? Are they going to buy 5,000 point solutions? It's not going to be that. They're going to build everything? Not going to be that. And I was like, it's going to be Unframe. So I had it in my mind. Now, when I left, mind you, the discussions weren't yet started, like concretely. A year before there was something that was published but we'll put that aside, And so I basically planned my leave 6 months prior. Everyone pretty much knew. So we brought in new leadership. We brought in new key people to a few key positions. And honestly, at a 200 or 250 people company doing just like this one thing, API security, CTO impact can be rather limited. You can look at other areas of cybersecurity. Again, this was a potential, but I had this bug in my mind that was yelling like, why is no one doing what I'm talking about in AI? I was looking to invest. I was already investing like in some startups and stuff. I was doing pretty well, but there wasn't. And so I was like, man, I guess it's me. And I left and I immediately started, and then the exit happened. And I didn't even get this point in time which I said, yes, I made it financially. Obviously I did for, I guess, forever, but I was already too busy building Unframe, and all I was focused on is Unframe. It's almost like this thing that happened, which cool, pretty exciting, but gotta make Unframe work. And so was already digging it and working on a new thing.
So, I mean, we would assume that the partners were kind of stuck there after the sale. What did they think? Were they happy for you? Are they working with you now?
So Oz is one of my best friends to today. We still talk I guess daily or every second day on a variety of topics. But yeah, because I didn't surprise anyone. As I said, it was 6 months process. Like everyone knew, the board knew, we got new leadership, everything was kind of aligned. And so I didn't do a certain trick. And you are right, there was a certain element of holdback as part of the deal. But no, from my discussions with everyone involved, I think they're pretty happy and they wish Unframe would be successful and I will be successful. So I'm in good terms with everyone, honestly.
So how did you pull off two successful companies? The API security company was a nice exit. This one, I think you raised $50 million, something like that. That's a huge number, especially in this economy. Maybe not for an AI company, but it's still a big number. What do you think attribute to your success there?
No Name definitely massively successful. No Name played a risky game. We came into the API security market knowing that there's already a few players there, and we felt the market is maturing pretty fast. And so we were like, it's go big or go home. By the way, a tip I usually tell founders is identify how mature the market you're playing in is and play aggressive accordingly. So we had to play super aggressive. So we raised a lot of money, burned a lot of money, hired a lot of reps, and we went all in and we won. Like we won that API security market, hence got to an exit. It could have turned out very differently, but I think we executed pretty well and we played aggressive when it was right to play aggressive. Unframe, very different story. Unframe, I definitely, even a more mature market. Like this is maturing as fast as Lightspeed, but it's TBD if it will be successful. It's a huge execution challenge that we picked at Unframe because we're offering a concept that was pretty much will sound imaginary. Could you wish software into existence and pay only if it made an impact on your business? So it sounds trivial when I explain the business model, like pay only if you like it. But the real meaning is if you had a business need and you wish some SaaS company would do it, now you can just wish it. And a SaaS company, meaning Unframe, starts offering it. And you can subscribe if you like it. And you can cancel your subscriptions if they fuck up, if they don't give you features fast enough, if they don't support, troubleshoot. If that's not the best product to solve your problem, then you wouldn't work with Unframe. And if we are able to do it at scale, Unframe would be much, much bigger success than No Name. Like bigger success than even I can possibly imagine, I guess. But a lot of risk. It's a huge execution challenge. I don't know yet if it will be successful. It was a good run so far. Like we raised a lot of money. We're picking up a lot of enterprises. They're happy to work with us. We're scaling pretty fast. But Unframe's challenge is ahead of it. But definitely, we're not even close to.
Well, I mean, from the way you describe it, this is almost like a Fiverr for huge businesses. So in Fiverr, I can go and I can get a WordPress theme done in 2 days, right? By some guy in wherever. But what you're saying is that I'm going to Fiverr my entire customer service relationship management, which sounds wild, right?
I could basically, I'll use your verb. I could Fiverr any business process, a system, a solution that I need for whatever AI use case that I have. But in a way that's different from Fiverr. I don't pay in advance. I don't commit anything. I just ask it. And this AI genie, which someone told me Unframe is like an AI genie, brings it for you and tells you, well, pay me if you liked it and subscribe. That's basically how we work. You get the solution, and then if you like it, you subscribe and you pay yearly for that solution. We're also very, very cost effective. Like if you compare us to all the alternatives, including building in-house, we can be more effective because we have the building blocks. It will take you 7 months and 4 people. It will take us 1 week and about a person, even not his full time, and it gets shorter and shorter because our building blocks get better. So we can offer it in a more cost-effective way. And so, honestly, yeah, it's a cool concept.
How do you tell that story to people who have been in business for decades and know that they have an IT staff that has families?
Yeah.
They know that they have service providers who have been working with them for 20 years. And you're like, well, we don't really need you right now because there's this man-machine system that can do it in 5 days, right?
I like the term you use, man-machine. But look, the way that it currently happens in enterprises, we never compete with their existing IT team. Why? Because how does it work? They have a laundry list of, let's say, 50 AI use cases. All right, the top 5 are in their core business. They're going to build it themselves. They're going to put people aside and build them. That's fine. All the rest are getting addressed either by, trying to pick up a point solution. That usually doesn't work. trying to do a quick build, fast build within the company usually doesn't work. That was what the MIT report was about. Or going with Unframe. And so if you go with Unframe, it's an accelerator to your business. It doesn't rip out any of your IT folks. It just makes you a lot more competitive to your competitors. And to explain it, that a company that chooses to use Unframe kicks their alternative, like wins over their market, I'm proud of it. I don't care. If their competitors were smart, they would come to Unframe as well. And that's kind of how I view it. And so it's not like we're competing with the IT team. And from a customer perspective, the story feels pretty, it sounds like sometimes too good to be true, but it's very like we're de-risking the whole engagement. We're telling them, look, the data won't even leave your perimeter. You can deploy the solution on your own perimeter. So you don't share your data. You don't commit up front. You get a solution that solves your problem, use it and license. And we explain the tech and we're open with how it works. We're not hiding it. It's not, that's kind of it.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I mean, that's a really interesting idea that you are kick the tires, do what you want to do with it. And also you can reuse that if that's a business problem for one company, that could also be a business problem for another company. Yeah. I mean, ultimately I'm trying to figure out, especially right now in the world of AI, what does it mean to be a service provider and what does it mean to be somebody who knew how to code for a long time and now doesn't have to code? This sounds like an ostensibly feasible solution for that, but I think there's also some fear associated with that as well.
Look, I think coders became a lot more efficient, but you still need coders. We're far from AI generating everything without any coders. And besides, if we will get to that world, a lot of work will become redundant, not just coders. So it's hard to imagine that, like how the world will look at that point. But to be honest, I think it's further than people think. I think GPT-5 made a lot of people understand that. Like it felt like it's going to be this massive shift. And then, well, it turns out, and you feel there's a research gap there, and no one knows how long it will take to close it. It's not just more compute. It's not now that you'll have a nuclear reactor powering 20,000 more GPUs, 100,000 more GPUs, and it will suddenly become smarter. Like they tried it with GPT-5. I don't think that's the case. Something needs to change. It will take some time. Until then, let's figure out this man-machine type of symbiosis to produce things of value and move away from a world of clicks and buttons to a world which natural language, like work goes with you. It fits to how you expect it to be done. Just like ChatGPT, it's very nice, right? You can just ask it anything and it just goes. Where in the past you had a million softwares, you probably.
Are you going to sell Unframe?
Hopefully not. The way I explain it to our team is that currently, as I said, Unframe has the potential to be massive, like really, really, really massive. Now, if at some point during that road that we're aiming towards, we'll recognize that, it's a road harder than we can get to. We have to partner to be able to get this far. Like there's a good symbiosis and something like that. We can take the exit. But obviously, I didn't build this company in order to take the exit because financially, I don't need more. I don't use even a bit of what I've done, and so it would be awkward. And so you asked me what would I do if I exit Unframe? I'll build it on the Unframe, and I already like the Unframe that I have, and so hopefully stick through it, execute well, take it as far as I possibly can, build something great, and yeah. So no, I hope I won't sell it. But if I did, maybe I got tired, and probably will still be a good exit if I had to get.
Maybe at that point you just open a surf shack or something and just hang out.
Exactly.
That might be your final. Yeah, that might be your final exit. Shay, thank you for this. This has been a surprisingly upbeat view of AI. I think this kind of like flips the script a little bit for folks.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. And the website's unframe.ai. All right. We'll have folks check that out. Well, thank you for joining us. It's been very cool.
Thank you very much.
This has been Keep Going, podcast about success and failure. I'm John Biggs. We will see you next week. Thank you for listening to Keep Going, a podcast about success and failure. Remember, Keep Going is entirely listener supported. If you're listening to this, please head over to keepgoingpod.com, where you can subscribe to the podcast for as little as $5 a month. This is a labor of love, and every little bit helps. Thanks for listening.